Protect your business from the fastest growing crime of the 21st century. Find out here. You're watching Technology Review. Welcome to another episode of Technology Review for April 14th, 2017. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. Technology Review is a show that helps you understand the damages of identity theft and fraud in relation to cyber crimes, folks. And we also talk about some new tech gadgets also that you should have on your smart devices. Did you know that over 16 million new victims of identity theft are reported to law enforcement every year? According to the Federal Trade Commission, identity theft is the fastest growing crime of the 21st century. It is part of cyber crimes, folks, and understanding cybersecurity is what we have our show here for. Individuals and governmental agencies around the world are showing up in our media almost every day with some type of story relating to a data breach or having to do with cyber crime and cybersecurity. But you don't have to be a victim, folks. With a little bit of knowledge, you can protect or even mitigate some of the damage of identity theft. And just remember this statement, I'm sure you've heard it before. It's not a matter of if it will happen, it's a matter of when. And when it does, we want to be mitigated, be able to protect ourselves with some things. And that's what we can do in the show. Things and tips, how-tos and tricks we can do. Hi, my name is Mac Jackson. I'm a cybersecurity expert, identity theft specialist. My background is in law, business consulting, and programming. My programs and services help companies like yours and families like yours protect themselves from cyber crimes and identity theft. We're here every week, Friday, 3 p.m. on WCOBM.TV, Pacific Standard Time, here from Las Vegas, Nevada. I would like to give thanks to everybody who's helped make the show possible, our viewers and listeners from around the world, and they are growing every week. I get a new list of viewers who are watching our show, and we really appreciate that, and thank you so much for getting the word out and telling other people to watch our show, and most importantly, you're learning something from our show that you can tell other people, because knowledge is power and information, folks, is a new currency. That's what I say all the time. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Karen. We have Laura, Michael, Michelle, Amy, Sandy, Ray, and the Hunter family, and everyone else around the world. Thank you very much for being part of our family here on Technology Review. Technology Review is, again, live every Friday at 3 p.m. on WCOBM.com or on WCOBM.TV. But if you can't watch our show live like you are now, if you can't watch it live, you can always watch the archived version of our show, and you can find that link very simply by going to either my website or WCOBM.TV. But if you go to my website, you would go to MacJacksonJr.com and click on Technology Review. That's right, MacJacksonJr.com, click on Technology Review, and you will be able to have access to our archive shows. You'll be able to listen to some of the guests I have on my shows talking about technology, leading industry experts, packed with information, folks. If you're a company and you'd like to be a part of our sponsorship, you could do that as well, and we definitely appreciate our awesome sponsors here in Technology Review. You can do that by contacting my office at MJ Computer Concepts at 702-868-0808. That's 702-868-0808. Some of our awesome sponsors include CenturyLink, Nevada Bankers Association, InSync Virtual Desktop Solution, Turek Consulting Group. We have Viking Technology Partners. We have New Horizons Learning Center. Yes, New Horizons Learning Center. See Gene Philman there. Absolutely, a great company for your IT training needs, getting your employees trained on the newest software technology available there for your employees and your organizations. Great companies here. Thank you for being sponsor of our show. Again, if you'd like to be a sponsor, send me an email. You can do that by sending it to sponsors@MacJacksonJr.com. That's sponsors@MacJacksonJr.com. I also like to take just a couple seconds to mention, everyone, we do have a new book that we are in development with right now, and we're taking pre-sales for it. It is called How to Protect Your Family from Identity Theft. That's right, folks. We're taking pre-sales of it. If you go to my website at MacJacksonJr.com/store, you'll be able to take your pre-orders for it. If you'd like to send me stories and your encounters with identity theft and fraud, definitely send them to me, because we are putting all these stories in our book so viewers and listeners and people who watch our show can mitigate these incidences so they don't have to have some of the problems that some of their other friends and family have run into. So definitely look for our book. You can do a pre-order again at macjacksonjr.com/store. In today's show, we're talking about understanding cyber crimes and identity theft, cybersecurity, what it's about, and why it's the fastest growing crime in the U.S. In our business spotlight, we're going to have a special guest from Oregon. She is the technology futurist and a great friend of mine as well, Sarah Mondo. We're going to interview her in our second segment, so definitely stay tuned for that. Third segment, we're talking about new tech gadgets. We're talking about information you should have on your smart device to mitigate damages of cyber crimes. And in our fourth segment, we're talking about green energy technology. What is it, folks? Green energy technology consists of electric cars, electric vehicles, electric bikes, solar energy, and home automation. One of my favorite subjects that I talk about. So as we get started, what is cybercrimes and identity theft? Folks, if you think of identity theft, it's very simple. It's when someone wrongfully acquires another person's personal identifiable information and uses that information to acquire financial gain or some other sort of deceptive practices that involves the victim of that information. A lot of identity thieves would like to collect information on individuals and then sell them in the dark net to other cyber criminals that in turn will try to use that information for financial gain. But you don't have to be a victim, folks. There are lots of victims out there. The losses that are direct and indirect have crossed over $24.7 billion of losses that businesses had to suffer and individuals having to go through correcting their identity once it's been stolen. And getting your identity stolen is very, very simple, folks. We have smartphones. We have technology now. You have your credit card laying out on a table with the card numbers exposed to the air, and someone could take their smartphone and take a picture of your credit card. Make sure, folks, for remedies here, make sure that you run a credit report, see what your credit score is. If you see anything suspicious, report immediately to the credit reporting agencies. That's one of the fastest ways you could do to protect your credit. Making sure that you shred paper information, and especially an advertisement that has personal identifiable information about you, shred it before you put it in the garbage. Here's why. There's a thing called dumpster diving, and it is now becoming more and more popular because people are throwing away their trash. They're not concerned with it anymore. There are people that would look for your trash that you have thrown away and look for applications that may have your social security number on it. Maybe it has your last 4 digits social security number on it. Maybe it has other identifiable information about you that they could try to acquire credit or some other financial gains with your name. So be careful, shred this information before you throw it away. It's one of the best ways to do it. These are just some of the ways, folks, that we talk about here on Technology Review and with my company, MJ Computer Concepts. And as a speaker of cybersecurity myself, what I do is come into organizations like yours, and we train the employees on how to protect themselves and their family from identity theft and fraud. We go over your policies and procedures and show you the vulnerabilities within your organization and what you need to do to make sure that you don't have the bad guys trying to take your company's personal information of its customers and employees and sell it to the black market underground. If you'd like to find out more information about that, contact my office, MJ Computer Concepts, at 702-868-0808. That's 702-868-0808. I also want to thank everyone who's made it possible for myself and my other business partner, Reggie Richardson with Sapphire Innovations. We are working on a Senate bill here for the state of Nevada, SB 395. It's right now being promoted and supported by Senator Spearman, and we're looking forward to have a cybersecurity infrastructure plan in place to protect the infrastructure of cyber here in the state of Nevada and hopefully from across our country as well. So thank you everybody from the state of Nevada for listening to us and getting this information at least put out in public and talked about. The talk has been started, so thank you very much for that. If you'd like to find out more information about my company and me, again, my website is macjacksonjr.com. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/technologyreviewtv or on Twitter, twitter.com/macjacksonjr. Also, remember my book, How to Protect Your Family from Identity Theft and Fraud. We'll be right back, folks, after these important messages.